no,
Boom!
the first time we messed it
A
up.
little bit of a mess up. It's okay.
Uh-oh.
Welcome into episode 5 of Not Just Sports. I'm your host,
Woo.
Justin Scott.
And I am Steph Oyster.
Peace, love, and the Patriots suck ass. Total ass.
They sure do.
Before we even go into the rundown of the show, I just wanted to give a quick little tiny rant on the Patriots and how awful they were last game and how awful they've been on the whole damn season.
Oh, we're jumping right in.
Yeah, just really
Okay.
quickly. Obviously, just a crushing loss, and it couldn't have gone worse. You know, based on the scoreboard itself, 38-3, pretty damn ugly. Mac looked awful. Played probably the worst game of his life, not just his NFL career, his life. Throw in 2 or 3 interceptions, I forget.
One
It
of
was just so damn bad.
my customers apologized to me today because of it. He's an Eagles fan, and he goes, "I'm really sorry about the
He
Patriots."
didn't even make fun of you. He said, "I'm sorry."
He said, "I'm really sorry," and he does not like the Patriots, but he does not like the Cowboys.
Oh yeah, Eagles
So
and
that's
Cowboys
I think
hate each
that's
other.
why he's like I really was kind of rooting for them because like I don't like the Cowboys, and
Yeah.
he was like, "I'm really sorry."
Well, it was that bad. Like I said, Mac threw 2 picks. One was it could have been 3. I don't know. I can't think of how many it was, but one was a pick 6 and then there was a fumble 6 as well. Just a total disastrous performance and throwing the ball across field and just not playing smart. And
Yeah,
that's
he
kind of been
sucks.
his strength as a quarterback, and he doesn't have many, is his smarts and I think he understands like where receivers need to be and he knows where to put the ball and all that, but talent-wise, I just don't see it at all. And my faith in him is dwindling, and it was not really high to
Yeah,
begin
it was
with.
pretty low.
Yeah.
Mine was at least.
And yeah, he wasn't the only bad performance, obviously. The receivers continue to just be mediocre and can't separate all that. The O-line is in shambles. Even still, Mac made awful decisions, so you can't excuse him for that. And the defense, you lose your 2 best players, not only just on defense, on the damn team. Christian Gonzalez, offensive rookie of the month, or defensive rookie of the month, sorry. Already looking like one of the best corners in the league. And then you lose Judon, of course. Both of them likely for the year, which is just devastating.
That's so sad. I love Judon.
Yep, it's very sad. And I don't want to go on too much, but we all know how bad that was. And I just wanted to say it's not looking pretty. And you're 1-3 right now. And I think this is a must-win this week against the Saints. And if you lose, I think the season's over. But
There's always, like I said on Sunday, we could always just like root for getting that USC guy.
Caleb
USC,
Williams, yeah,
is
some
that where
people
he goes?
yeah, well, some people are saying tank for Caleb, and that's just not in
I mean,
Bill's
don't
DNA.
like tank, but like they're already on their way there. They don't really need to try, I don't think.
I
think
suppose
they're-
not, but
They're doing a good job on their own.
to be the worst team in the league, you have to have some intention, whether it's in your front office, your coaching staff, to lose games. You're gonna have to win no more than like 3 or 4 games if you want the first pick. So, of any hope of getting the first pick.
Well, someone has. I mean,
Yeah,
someone has to get it. So
But-
if everyone does more than 3 or 4 games, then
sure.
you're
It
fine,
just
right?
wasn't supposed to be this bad. It was supposed to be a bounce back year, and
It's okay.
just everything about the Patriots does not look good right now. So, just wanted to get that out of the way.
There's always next year.
Yep.
But yeah,
All right. I'm sorry.
that's okay.
I just had to jump it in
That's
there.
all right. That's fine. But yeah. Well, now that we're started,
Good start, huh?
everyone should go follow us on Instagram and subscribe to our channel, please, if you aren't already.
25 subscribers.
I'm doing like the YouTube thing where like they're like, subscribe,
Mm-hmm.
because you should.
But we're already on YouTube.
Yeah, but
You know what I mean? Like this is being posted to YouTube, but we're saying subscribe.
a lot of people that watch YouTube videos aren't necessarily just subscribed.
Yeah, no,
I
I
am
know.
guilty of that. I do that to almost all the YouTubers I watch. I'm not subscribed to them.
I've been better at that. Liking the videos, not as much. But now I
I
understand
never
how much it.
You don't have to
Matters.
like the video. Subscribe.
I
I
like
think.
to see some likes. I like the views and
Oh, okay.
likes.
I like it too. Like, subscribe.
All of it.
Follow our Instagram too. Justin's the big Instagram guy because I don't have it on my phone right now. I should put it on my phone because you're the reason why we have all our followers is because you post it on your Instagram.
Right.
So, good job.
Thank you.
But yeah, that's that.
Alrighty.
Well, so
Rundown.
since we're jumping in,
Yeah.
should I go over our topics, or
Sure.
did you have anything?
No,
else you wanted to
that's
jump
it.
into?
That's it.
All right. Well, this week, you had something you wanted to say about the Celtics. Am I correct?
Yes.
You had like a little quick tidbit about the Celtics.
Yeah, just a few minutes.
Yeah, so we're gonna start there. We're gonna go into the classic, the weekly bets, our Justin tweet of the week, and then our week 5 top 10 for NFL, and then we have something very fun. We're gonna go into all of the trips, most of the trips that we have gone on over the past almost 6 years together, you and me.
A lot of good ones.
Yeah, we've done a lot of fun things, so we want to share them with everybody else. So.
Yeah, us, ourselves, and I don't know if you got any on there with our friends, but some cool ones too.
There's quite a few on there, actually.
Very nice.
As much as I could get. There's some inappropriate pictures that we're not allowed to put on there, so I did what I could. But
all right.
Yeah, so that's what we're doing this week. So what did you want to say about the Celtics?
So the big news since we were last on air, do you know?
Drew.
Yep, Drew Holiday was traded to the Celtics. And we kind of got into this a little bit. I mean, of course, at the time we didn't know the Celtics were going to get him, but we did mention that he was on the Celtics' radar. And we mentioned how after the Dame trade, it was going to be a huge factor in terms of where Drew goes.
Did you think it was going to happen this quickly?
No, much faster than I expected. That shows me that the Celtics were jumping on the phone right away after that trade went down. Yeah, great move. Do you have any comments on it before I go in?
Yes, because I do know that we gave up Rob. So that's very, very sad to me.
Quite sad.
I love Rob, and to my dad, because he also loves Rob. And I just got him a shirt.
I thought about that, and that's sad.
And he even said when I gave it to him, he was like, let's see how much longer he's on there.
Really?
Yeah. He thought he was going to get traded like right away.
He's been in rumors for a few years because of his health.
But he's so good.
I know he's good when he's on the floor, but that's the problem. He's not on the floor enough.
Sad.
And I remember when we were playing the Bucks last year or 2 years ago, when you said, that guy's pretty good, Drew Holiday.
Mm-hmm.
He's just making a lot of plays, making shots.
Oh, about Drew?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't remember this.
Oh, yeah. Well, you said he was pretty good. I was like, you're right. And now he's on the team. And first reaction was, of course, what did we give up? Drew's 33, so starting to get a little bit older. But if you win a title with him, it makes it all worth it. Look at the deal here. You give up Brogdon, who thought he was going to be traded and actually was attempted to be traded. And probably some bad blood between him and the Celtics, so you know he's got to go. So I don't think you really are missing much there. It is what it is.
He didn't really excite me.
Yeah, no, he won Sixth Man of the Year last year. He played some good minutes and got hurt in the playoffs, which was part of the downfall for the Celtics. I think he would have played a big part. But anyways, he's gone. 2024 first-round pick from Golden State, which you assume won't be that high, because Golden State should be pretty good. 2029 first, that's too far away to even think about. So who really cares about a kid that's like in 7th grade right now?
I really didn't know that they could trade that.
Yeah, I think it is 7 years. I think that's as far as they can go. And, of course, Rob is included, as we already discussed.
Yeah, that's a big loss.
So what does this mean for the Celtics exactly? I think there's goods and bads to it. I think the good far outweighs the bad. For the good side, obviously, Drew's a great player. Just a good, sturdy ball handler that at the end of games when you just don't seem to trust Tatum or Brown to handle the ball in tight situations, I think Drew is going to provide like a stoic presence and stoic veteran presence to kind of calm things down and make smart decisions. Obviously, he's an elite three-point shooter, been shooting at a high clip for the past few years. And just you can kind of look at him as a smart replacement. Drew is an amazing defensive player, just as Smart is, but you definitely get more offense with it. Playmaking, pretty similar. But I think overall it's a net positive over Smart. But also Smart, you miss his leadership, of course, and all that.
Yeah, that makes me sad. His energy.
Right.
He's a big energy guy.
Right. But
I mean, not that Drew isn't, but I don't think he is.
No, he has like a Brogdon-like personality where he's just kind of...
Yeah, zero expression on his face.
Yep.
I think he has a little bit more personality than that.
Yeah, probably.
Brogdon has literally none.
I know.
No personality.
And I don't really know Drew like that. I don't think he has much of a personality, to be honest, but he's always out there smiling, so that's a difference.
I think he smiles.
You ever seen Brogdon smile?
I think once.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I remember it. I was like
Holy shit, he
Like he
smiled.
probably celebrates too, Drew.
Right.
Like I don't know anything.
Yep. Yeah, and I think it's going to be a good fit. I can picture him and Al getting along well. I think that'll be a good mix.
Yeah.
Um,
I can't believe he's that old.
33.
Drew. I
Yeah.
didn't know. He looks way younger.
No, he does look young. Yeah, he's been
He's
around
like
for a while.
littler too, right? Or am I making that? He's smaller. Like
Yeah, he's a guard. He's point guard.
Okay.
He's basically Smart's replacement, essentially.
Sad.
So yeah, of course you ship Rob out, so there's concern in big man depth. So you have Al, who's 37. You have Porzingis.
Is that the one that replaced Rob?
I mean, not
big
really.
guy?
Porzingis is an interesting one because he's 7'3" and he can block shots, but it's
I'm not
just a lack of
convinced.
physicality that you may need against Giannis, against Embiid. But just offensive-wise, it's just a lot of firepower on the Celtics, and you're going to have all 5 positions that can shoot threes, and the floor is going to be hella spaced out, and should be gaps to attack for
Well, the offense
Tatum and
doesn't
Brown.
matter if the defense is not going to be good.
The defense won't be good?
I don't know. You just said we don't have the big guys anymore. No more Rob.
Well, that's the thing is Porzingis can block shots, and, he will block shots when wings attack the rim, but in terms of, like, being physical and banging with the big boys like Embiid and Giannis, that's where I get concerned, especially with his health issues in the past. But Porzingis
so
should be
he
able to
also
hold
has
it down
health
to
issues?
some degree.
This guy, what's his name? Bazinga? What?
Porzingis.
He also has health problems.
Yes, he's 7'3". So usually, if you're that tall, you have
So
some
if the
issues.
problem with Rob was his health issues, then I feel like we should have just kept him.
Yeah, I
got
don't
rid
know.
of
Porzingis is
This
a
guy.
perennial 20-point per game scorer, has much more offensive talent, is
Okay,
more
yeah,
versatile.
Fair enough.
So, and a sneaky good signing was Wenyan Gabriel, who played for the Lakers last year. He's like 6'9", 6'10", like just a hustle big guy, makes hustle plays. It's really all he's good for, but like he can play some defense too. So when you need to give Porzingis a breather, and of course Al's not going to be able to play that many minutes. He's just really getting up there in age. So I think that was a sneaky good signing for the Celtics. But even still, yeah, like I said, the big man depth might be a concern. But regardless, I think the Celtics are rightfully the favorites in the East, and I believe the league now. I think they're the betting favorite.
They went above
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee.
Yeah, I think it's pretty neck and neck. I think they have the same odds, but
That's crazy.
I tend to lean more towards the Celtics, not just because I'm a fan, but
Well,
just up and down. No, it's not. I just more talent on the Celtics, and I trust the supporting cast more so than I trust the Bucks. Beyond
I think
Giannis
that's
and
true.
Dame. So
I think that's true.
yeah, definitely.
We've talked about how they all kind of like do a little bit of everything.
Exactly.
Very
Yeah,
diverse.
Celtics are more versatile, more deadly on offense, and we'll see how it plays out. Really excited for the season. And yeah, I think that's all I had to say on the Celtics.
Nice.
Thank you.
So what are you betting this week?
Yeah, so last week I promised to win, and I'm just going to pretend that I didn't put Pittsburgh in there because they fucking suck now, and college football is over for me. I was so excited going to the season. Now it's dead. The 2 losses, if I remember correctly, it was the Patriots who got annihilated. That one was dead wrong. But the Chiefs would have covered. Mahomes, I haven't seen the highlight yet, but I heard he could have scored, and he had like an open field, and he like slid down at the 1-yard line because he didn't want to give the Jets the ball back. Like he just wanted to run the clock and end the game, so he didn't go into the end zone. And if he did go into the end zone, they would have covered. So that one is what it is. The Patriots I was way off on. They got totally annihilated.
And Pitt.
Yeah, but that one doesn't count.
Okay, yeah, right.
All right, so this
But
one
this
we
week-
have this week. It's a tough week looking at the slate, and I'm least confident in this week, which honestly might work in reverse. Maybe this is the week for me.
Maybe you need to be not confident.
Yeah, man.
and then you'll
Maybe.
be okay.
Maybe that'll do the trick. First, we got Baltimore minus 4.5 at Pittsburgh. This one I might look like an idiot on in retrospect, just because Steelers have beaten the Ravens. Saw it earlier today. More often than not in the past 8-ish games. I want to say they've won like 6 of them, and every game's been close. The Steelers and Ravens always have those tight, physical, low-scoring games. But it just feels a little bit different this year for me. We don't know if Kenny Pickett's going to play, and honestly, it might be better if he doesn't. Who knows? I don't think he's the best, and the numbers show he's maybe not the best either. But I think these are two teams going in opposite directions. I think the Ravens are trending up, Steelers are trending down. Ravens defense has been balling, and regardless of who's playing quarterback, the defense should give them hell. So I feel decently confident about that. We'll see how it goes. Number 2, I got Houston on the money line, underdogs. Houston's got the better quarterback. I think Houston is the better team right now, and same kind of thing as the Ravens-Steelers game. You got Houston trending up. You got Atlanta trending down. And like I said, huge disparity in quarterback. I love C.J. Stroud. He's like 5th all-time in. So from his first NFL pass to now, he's at like 150. He hasn't thrown an interception yet.
Wait, what team is this on?
Houston.
I'm sorry. I zoned out for a little bit.
It's fine. Houston. He hasn't thrown an interception in like his first 150 attempts in his career. That's like 4th or 5th all time, and he's like 27 away from the number 1 spot.
Of no interceptions.
Yes, to start your career.
Wow.
He's at 6 touchdowns, no picks, and he looks awesome. And rookies usually make stupid mistakes like that, so really impressive record for him. Yeah, Houston on the road, but I think the better team's the underdog here, so decided to take it. Next, again, they keep finding their way on here, the Kansas City Chiefs.
Uh-oh.
I was surprised to see this just at 3.5. I know the Chiefs are on the road, and they didn't look too impressive against the Jets, but the Vikings got
Minnesota.
one win off maybe the worst team in the league. Definitely close in Carolina, and they were down early to them, and they didn't beat them handily at all. It was a one-score game.
Yeah, why is it only 3.5? It's kind of crazy.
Interesting to me. It's just there's a slight belief in the Vikings still in the general public. They obviously
I don't
have
know
Jefferson
why.
and
I don't know why.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. That one was interesting, wasn't it? Right?
Why does everyone like them so much?
Who?
The Vikings.
I don't know. They're 1-3, so
I don't understand.
really like the Chiefs there. Again, not a impressive performance by any means last week, but Mahomes played bad. Not even by his standards, just by NFL QB standards. He played bad, and they still found a way to win, and can't imagine him having 2 bad games in a row. And then finally, we have San Francisco minus 3.5. I was going to tease this down to 2.5. I wanted the field goal, but San Fran has owned the Cowboys recently. I kind of think they're in their heads, and I think they just straight up are a better team. As talented as the Cowboys are, still, I think the 49ers have them beat on both sides of the ball. More weapons on offense, and with Trayvon Diggs out, more dangerous on defense. And Dak is prone to make mistakes, not as much this year, of course. Purdy never makes mistakes. So I think that will be another difference in the game.
It's going to be a crazy game.
Yeah, it's on a Sunday night. Really looking forward to it. But, yeah, we put 25 on this, boosted it up 50%, a little over 500 payout. So, and everyone said, well, not everyone. I had 2 comments saying, why are you still doing parlays if you keep losing? Well, I've been getting consistently 3 or 4 right out of the 5 each time. So I whittled it down to 4 this time.
That does always tend to happen. And what do I always say? Just do one less.
Yep. So that's the strategy we went with. And we'll see how it goes.
Well, good luck once again.
Thank you.
We'll see how it goes.
Probably in defeat, but what are you going to do?
I always say that I have faith in you every week. So this week I'm going to be like, you know what? Just give up.
That's the attitude we need to have.
Yeah, okay. So give up. You're going to do terrible. and then we'll see.
We have to change the fortune somehow, so I appreciate that.
Okay. Well, what
That's
about
betting.
What's our boy Justin Usman up to this week?
Yeah.
What tweet did you pick this week?
So I won't be able to. I got to pull this up on my phone because I can't see it on the screen. I have it right here.
I made it as big as possible.
So he's had this beef with Wilmington ever since he moved from there. He has this fantasy in his head where someone on the track team stole his trophy that he never actually won, and he hasn't gotten it back.
He used to live in Wilmington, right?
Yeah, for, I don't know, a couple of years. So this is a tweet from Wilmington Police from 2017, and they're just talking about their social media accounts are not monitored. And then he replies to it, Wilmington is going to be in trouble. Michael Kinney is stealing my trophy and is going to be arrested. I think that's like a kid on the track team who stole his trophy that
and
he never won.
responded to this.
And
this
then the
month, this month.
Yeah, replied to his own tweet.
He found the tweet from 2017 and responded to it like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. Yep. 6 years after the fact. And then replied to it again and said, "And I'm calling Boston police on you people, you're thieves." So he's calling the Boston police on the Wilmington police.
On the Wilmington police. For this kid, Michael.
Yes.
For stealing his trophy.
But yeah,
like
basically.
It's the Wilmington police's fault.
Did you notice anything about the bottom tweet that's a little impressive?
That's impressive?
Yeah.
He used thieves, plural, the correct way.
That's an interesting one, but right before that, he used the right "your."
No, he didn't.
You are thieves.
Oh, okay. Yes, he did. I thought he was saying you're. Oh,
you're not making sense.
No. I thought he was like referring to Boston, like Wilmington police's thieves, like your thieves, like possessive.
Oh, like they. I see what you're saying.
That's why I said, yeah, like on you people and your thieves. But
gotcha.
Yeah,
but he used it in the right context here.
It's hard because there's no punctuation, so I can't tell if it's a new sentence.
Yeah, true. But at least you got the right "your."
Yes.
I've never seen him type that "your" before. That's actually crazy.
He did do, with the apostrophe and everything.
Yeah. That's the Justin tweet of the week. I thought it was pretty gold. The Wilmington beef is an interesting story.
Nice.
So that's the Justin tweet of the week.
Nice.
What's next?
Top 10s.
Who's first?
Do you want to go first? Or do you want me to go first? I'll go first.
Sure. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, so here's the thing. I'm honestly getting bored of all the good teams. I want something exciting to happen to like bump an unexpected team up, because right now all the bad teams are bad and all the good teams are good, and I'm just sick of rotating the same teams on this list.
Sure.
So there's not really any rhyme or reason for it. But I wrote this like on Sunday, like on my phone. Like we were watching a game and I was like, I already know what my top 10 is. Mm-hmm. And I remember I put 49ers first because of all the touchdowns McCaffrey was getting during our game. Remember everyone talking about that. So I put them first. So
you had 4 of them, I believe.
Yeah, a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So I moved them up because they just seem pretty great.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was during the Bills game that I made my list, because the Bills were also... Who did they play last week?
Bills played the Dolphins. Killed the Dolphins.
Yes, okay. Yes, I remember that. So that's why they moved up for me.
Mm-hmm.
The Cowboys stayed the same because they annihilated us. So I felt like that was pretty fair. The Chiefs moved up one. But then you were just saying that Mahomes was playing bad, and I think I fell asleep during this game, so I don't really remember watching it, but I do know that they won, so that's why they went up. But now I wish I put the Lions above them. Now
Lions
I'm
did beat
looking
them.
at it. The Lions 5.
Are the Lions your second favorite team?
I do like them. Maybe not second favorite, but they're up there. I kind of keep forgetting about them and then remembering they're good.
Mm-hmm. Because they're never good, so it's...
Exactly. But I think I liked them better when they weren't good. Like I don't know, I like the idea of like the Lions being not good.
Yeah. They're finally getting there. They have a good start, so you don't want to jinx anything, but looking good.
Yeah. They're number 5. The Ravens, I moved up. Who did they play last week?
The Browns.
And they won.
Huh?
They won?
Yeah. Beat them 23.
Yeah, so I remember them doing really well, and I was like, okay, they need to move up. The Eagles at 7, I moved them down, mostly because I just don't like the Eagles. And, like, I don't know, I know they keep winning, but for some reason I'm not impressed.
And the Commanders should have gone for 2 at the end of that game.
Oh, yeah, okay, yes, that was... I forget by the time it's, like, the new week, I forget what happened. So I have to make it, like...
Yeah, it would be different if we were doing the show like on a Tuesday, for example.
I know, yeah. If it was on Tuesday, it'd make more, like, I'd remember it more. But yes, I do remember that game. They should have gone for 2. And yeah, I don't know. They're not impressing me, the Eagles, even though they keep winning.
Mm-hmm.
The Dolphins lost pretty tragically to the Bills, so they're kind of all over the place. They were like up the 70 points and then down. So
very high, low.
Yeah, so they go down to number 8. And then my 2 new additions are the Seahawks and the Jags, because I don't know, I feel like the Seahawks are kind of flying under the radar, being a little sneaky.
Very much so.
And they're a new team that I haven't had on my list. So, and like I said, I'm getting bored of all the other teams. And then number 10, Jaguars. I'm not as impressed by them as I thought I would be. I thought they were going to be a lot better this season so far.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's still a lot of time left, but I just kind of threw them in there because they won and I like them. So.
All right. I think that was your best football analysis yet, and I'm not just saying that.
Really?
I think you did great.
I really didn't. I didn't really use any technical terms, but
No, but you used words wisely, and you made total sense.
thank you.
Good job.
I'm improving.
You are.
Yay.
Nice work.
Oh, and we're not going to forget it this time because I literally wrote it in because we've been forgetting.
Yep.
But our upset alert. I was between
Hey.
two games. I was between two games. The one that I picked, which is the Rams to beat the Eagles,
Mm-hmm.
which that was not going to be my initial pick, which we'll get to what my initial pick was because you picked them.
Yes. I didn't want you to spoil it.
And I'm not going to. And then as I kept scrolling, the Rams were just like calling to me and I was like, "Ooh, I think I might pick them."
I almost
so then
included them
that's
in the
what I
bet. So
Yeah, so that's why I picked them, but that was not going to be my initial pick. This was a last minute write-in
mm-hmm.
for the Rams to beat
it's
the Eagles.
definitely a good choice.
Thank you.
Yeah, we need to get
interesting you
one of
say
these
that.
right.
I
So.
sure hope so. But yeah, that's my top 10.
All right. Mine
Where's
is
yours?
quite similar to yours. We had a few teams in the same spots. Number
Mhm.
one still, I think, since week one. Definitely week two. 49ers,
Mhm.
4-0. Beat the Cardinals pretty handedly. Game was close for a hot sec. Cardinals are frisky, but yep. 49ers took care of business yet again. Big test against the Cowboys next, or in 2 days. Really looking forward to that game. Number two, the Bills. Bills with a pretty surprising win. I mean, not surprising that they won. It's surprising in the way that they won. Just total domination in the second half of the Dolphins and held them to 20 points. I guess after a super high like that, the Dolphins are meant to come down. But even still, those are looking mighty good. But as we see in my upset alert, not to foreshadow, I think they might go down this week. But right now, looking pretty good. 3, we got the Chiefs, who are 3-1. Not a very good win against the Jets, but it is a win. The offense still needs to work some things out. It's not looking quite as smooth as it did last year, and yes, it's still early, so maybe they'll turn the page this week. Number 4, the Cowboys. 3-1, again, annihilated the Patriots. What are you going to do? Patriots stink, but Cowboys, after a tough loss against Arizona, are back to it, and as I mentioned with the 49ers at number 1, really interesting game. Cowboys can make a statement with the win. If they can beat the 49ers, I think it's a huge mental hurdle, and they'll feel like we are the best team in the league, without a doubt. That's the one team that kind of has their number, so it would be a huge victory for them if they can pull it
It's
out.
going to be a crazy game.
I'm
Literally crazy.
really excited for it. 5, we got the Eagles, who are undefeated, as you mentioned, and I'm in full agreement with everything you said. I don't really need to add on much.
I just don't believe in them. Like,
No,
I
it's
think
different.
they're
It
I think they're
feels
just
different
getting
this year.
lucky.
Yeah, last year they no, I mean they had a lot of close games, but it's just they had some blowouts in there, and they just seemed better and more dominant last year. Something does seem a little bit off.
Right, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah, there's just really no
Something's
impressive
weird.
wins yet. I'm not sure who they're playing this week, but
The Rams.
oh, duh, Jesus, that's a tough game on the road. We'll see how that goes, and need to see them beat some good teams to get a full read on them. But yeah, they are undefeated. They're taking care of business. I have them at 5. Number 6, the Dolphins, who was at number 2 last week, and I was riding them high. But I don't know what happened in that game. They were hanging close in the first half, and then just shit kind of hit the fan. The Bills just got super physical with them, which I mentioned in the Patriots game. I think I said that was the key to stopping them, and then I backtracked when they hung 70 on the Broncos, and I was like, yeah, maybe it was just an aberration of a game, but maybe there is something to it. If you are the
Or
bigger
maybe the
defense and more physical with those speedy receivers, you can hold them down a little.
And maybe the Broncos are just that bad.
Broncos stink too.
Yeah, so I think that also is part of it.
Very true. Good point. Number 7, the Ravens, who are also 3-1. They beat the Browns, as we mentioned. Ravens are just kind of coasting right now, taking care of business. Again, not looking super impressive on offense, but defense is balling. Huge game this week coming up against the Steelers. As I said, the Steelers have kind of had their number, so they can really put a lock on this division if they beat the Steelers this week. I want to put them higher, but like I said, just not super impressed with the offense yet, and injuries, as always, are a huge factor in their season right now. 8, I got the Lions, who are coming off an impressive win last Thursday against the Packers. They have shown to be the team in that division, as we predicted. Yeah, man, Lions are looking damn good, and I'm rooting for them. Probably my second favorite team.
Why are they number 8? Why are they so low? Just because?
I think I mentioned it a couple weeks ago. I just not completely sold in a way that I need to see
more
sustainability. Where the teams above have, well, I guess not all of them. I guess the Dolphins haven't won many games, but other than that, the teams above them have been consistently winning for years, and you kind of know what they've done. Lions have potential to move up. They're looking good, so got them at number 8 though. Number 9, same as you, I believe. The Seahawks beat the Giants easily. They had 10 sacks in that game, which is definitely close up in the NFL record books. 10 sacks is bananas. The Giants are a total disaster, but yeah, Seahawks, I echo what you say. They are very much under the radar, but sneaky good team in the NFC that could make some noise. Geno's playing solid. Just such a weird career for him. He was a high pick and then ended up being a bum and couldn't get a starting job. Back up at many different places, and then gets a starting chance last year and ends up being a star.
That is funny.
Always rooting for Geno.
That is funny.
Yeah, it's a great story in his older career. He's
how old is he?
He's 33-ish.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, always rooting for Geno. Seahawks look pretty good. Got them at 9. Number 10, same as you. I got the Jaguars. They beat the Falcons last week pretty handily in London. And yeah, like you said, we thought they'd be better. They're not really living up to their full potential completely.
I feel like they're just like a slow start, but like another under the radar type of team.
Yeah.
Like they're just a slow start, but then they'll kind of like last year, they'll build up their momentum, and then everyone's like, oh wait, they're kind of good, and then like, boom, they're good.
Yeah, that's a good take. Yeah, if they put a win streak together and get hard at the right time, they definitely can be dangerous. Got a lot of talent. And that's a perfect segue into my upset alert, which we are not going to forget this time. I got the Jags over the Bills. The Jags have been in London since last week, so they've had like 2 weeks there, and the Bills just traveled there. I think that is a sneaky factor. Bills are riding super high right now, and Josh Allen's passer rating over his last 30 games is like super up, then down, then up, then down. He has like 2 good games, an awful game, an okay game,
for just
a great
passing?
game, an awful game.
For passing?
Yeah, like just his rating. So it includes everything. Touchdowns.
Right, okay.
Turnovers, yards, all
I
that.
see.
Yeah, I think this is a little bit of a trap game for the Bills a little. Like I said, the Jags know London like the back of their hand at this point. They've been there for 2 weeks.
Who were you going to pick before you picked this?
I was going to pick yours.
Yeah. And I was going to pick yours. And I just kept looking. I was like, I think I like this one
Should we
better.
switch?
No, I like mine.
I feel good. Like I said, we got to hit one of these. Got to. So who's it going to be?
What if we both do?
That'd be awesome. It would be awesome.
That'd be crazy.
And that's my top 10 for the week.
Nice. Well, looking pretty solid.
Yeah.
This is exciting.
It's about 30 minutes on sports. Sweet. So
yeah, so for everyone who wants to tune in for the non-sports content, here we are. This is your time.
maybe we should leave that like in the description or something. Say
you can skip to this time.
Yeah.
You can do that.
All right. Cool.
Because some people, they don't care about that stuff. So
No, I understand it.
For some
Totally
people,
get it.
this is the exciting stuff. So,
Yep.
But I mean, yeah. So basically, we're going to talk about all of our travels over the years. We've been together for almost 6 years now, and we've done quite a bit of traveling, like a lot, because we like to go places and do fun things. So we thought we'd share the highlights, which I think the first one I forgot about, and you included the pictures, which is one of my favorites.
Oh, I had to.
The first getaway that we had together. A small little cabin in... Was it in Conway?
Conway or North Conway? One of the two.
That's the same thing to me.
Basically, yeah.
In North Conway. And we got this tiny, tiny, tiny little cabin. I'm still in love with it.
Oh, it's awesome.
When I say I would walk up to it and just like smile. Like, it was so cute. Obsessed with it.
And at this point, been dating this was May, so
Like 3 months,
yeah,
4 months.
that's crazy. So we were like pretty brand new to each other.
4 months. Yeah, I didn't know how annoying you were yet.
I really wasn't annoying at all to you back then.
Were you scared?
I don't even know. I think I was like, not trying to impress you in a sense, but
Oh yeah,
it's
we
just,
didn't know each other.
yeah,
We
yeah.
didn't
It's just
know.
that it's the honeymoon love. It's just when you start out meeting each other.
Yeah,
It's
and you have to like learn about each other.
exactly.
We haven't learned anything yet. It was only 4 months. It's crazy.
No, I know. Literally did not know each other.
But yeah, we just had like a nice little weekend.
Did a hike.
Mm-hmm.
Got lost.
Really
Which
lost.
apparently is something that we normally do.
It all started then, and we got very lost that one time. We had to like maps down like a ski slope
Yeah.
to the car.
And ended up like on the other side of the mountain or something like that, and had to
I
walk
don't
on the
know.
street.
We did not go up the right path at all. We had no idea what we were doing. We're a little bit more experienced now, but yeah, that was that. We were both underage also.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yep. And do you remember what the owner did for us?
They gave us a bottle of wine.
Yeah. I was only 19 and you were 18, I assume,
18.
right? Yeah.
You had just turned 19, and
Yeah.
I was, yeah,
Well,
crazy.
no, that can't be right. Except,
Yes, I was 18.
no, because I'm always 1 year older than you, sometimes two.
Oh, so you must have just turned 20?
20.
You must have.
Yeah, no, definitely.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I was 20, you were 18. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was that. But yeah, so that's what started it all.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we really went on any trips after that, because I mean, like I said, we had just started dating, so we didn't really like go places.
Yeah.
Remember we wanted to go to Miami for spring break the year
Yeah.
after? We were like going to save up money for Miami,
Mm-hmm.
but we
Which
did not go to Miami.
We didn't.
Where did we go instead?
And I do want to go to Miami, but we went to Portland, Oregon.
For spring break. So this is March. Most people go to Miami, they go to Mexico.
Yep.
It was snowing on our spring break.
I remember multiple people asking me, why are you going to Oregon? It's so random. But
Yeah,
first picture, Multnomah Falls.
my God, gorgeous.
Awesome.
And the picture next to it of the mountains with the ice cream place. Remember the burger place?
Mm-hmm.
That was another hike we got lost at.
Ended up being like 6 hours.
Because we were like, we didn't know what hike to do. We didn't have a car. So we were like taking buses everywhere. So
That's
we were
right.
like we were trying to go to Mount Hood, because I had a friend that had gone to Portland and gone to Mount Hood, and we were going to try to do a hike there. And this was like, we were like, oh, we take this bus. And I don't think the bus brought us to like anywhere near Mount Hood. So we just kind of got off, and we were like asking people for hikes. And they were like, oh, follow like the Pacific, what's it called?
Pacific Crest Trail, something like that.
Coast, yeah,
Coast
the
Crest.
Appalachian Trail of the West, basically.
Well, it was, we went to like a little diner for breakfast. It was the waitress. We asked her if you knew of any
and she
hikes
told
near
us exactly where to go, like what, blah blah. And she's like, oh yeah, Pacific Crest Trail, blah blah blah.
you. Yep.
And so we're hiking, and we're like, also it got to like a lot of snow, and we were like on the side of a mountain, like
Oh, yeah.
snow, and we eventually just like got off the trail, and then again had to walk along like the road back to
And it was downpouring.
It was
Do you remember
pouring.
that?
back to our car, or not our car, back to where the bus stop was, because we had to go back to the bus. Like he was gonna pick, we couldn't be late,
Mm-hmm.
or otherwise we would have been stranded. But so this was the ice cream picture is a diner that we found like right next to the bus stop after we'd walked back
And that-
on the side of the road.
And the picture on the bottom left was mid-hike.
Yes.
So you can kind of get the picture of what it was like by looking at that picture. Just snow, trees.
Literally
Pretty
on the
deep
side
forest.
of the mountain.
It was cool though.
It was awesome.
I've never done like a snow hike like that before. That was
I still haven't. That was the
Right?
closest.
really cool.
It was really fun.
And what's that? What's the one on the middle on the bottom?
I think that's also mid hike.
It is? Okay.
Yeah, same hike. But then
Um,
Cannon Beach, where they
Cannon
filmed
Beach is great.
Goonies
uh-huh.
on those pictures on the right. If anyone's seen the Goonies, you know that rock. It's from the movie.
Yeah, Cannon Beach is very pretty.
I loved it. Remember it was supposed to rain and it didn't? It was like
Mhm.
the only like nice day.
Mm-hmm. And I also remember on the way home from there, maybe, we listened to Juice
Just
WRLD's
WRLD's
album.
album.
Mm-hmm.
We did.
Death Race for Love.
Yeah. That's crazy. And on the
uh,
way there, remember we bought tickets to the wrong day and we almost couldn't get on the bus.
Oh
Do you
yeah,
remember
that's
this?
right. That's right. I don't even remember what happened. I think the guy just
I think he just
good
felt
favor.
terrible for us. He
Yeah.
just out of nowhere was like, no, he said something like, "Oh, I usually can't do this, but I can actually cancel your tickets right now and buy you new ones or something."
Yeah, I don't even remember, to be honest
And
with
I
you.
think we knew that we got them for the wrong day. We're like, maybe they just won't notice. Like,
Yeah, I don't know. We got lucky though.
I don't know what happened, but it worked out for us.
I have a good memory but a bad memory.
I have a good long-term memory.
Awful
Like-
short.
Yes.
I think I might be the opposite.
Like, good. I remember like details from like very long ago. I was just talking about this with Alyssa, actually. I was like remembering something from high school. She was like, "How do you remember that?" And I'm like, it's like ingrained in my brain.
But
Like,
you
I will
can't
never
remember
forget
what
it.
you had for dinner 2 days ago.
No. Oh, the pizza that I had with Kelly and Alyssa. Or was that
Okay,
yesterday?
yeah, there you go. All right, good job.
That might have been yesterday.
That was Wednesday, right?
Yeah, Wednesday.
It doesn't feel like Friday.
I know, my week's all thrown off.
No day this week has felt like the day that it is.
I know, my schedule's all messed up this week, so I have no idea. No clue what day it is. But yeah, so that was Portland.
Excuse me.
That was our first like big trip. Like,
Oh yeah,
big
took a
one.
plane
Like,
and
we
everything.
flew.
And I remember actually going there. We had to reschedule the flight because of a snowstorm.
Right.
Yeah.
And I remember coming back when we had a connecting flight in like San Francisco, and we were sitting on the plane for hours.
Mhm.
Not maybe. Okay, I'm exaggerating. Was it like a while?
No, it was a
Like
long
the plane
time.
got delayed.
It's probably a couple hours, yeah. Which has been a trend. We have bad luck
Oh
with
yeah,
flights.
bad flights.
Yeah.
Luck. Yeah. Yeah.
Whole family does. My parents do as well.
Yeah. Thanks for that. You've now passed it on to me. But yeah, I think the next one, so that was in March of 2019. So we didn't really go on any trips for a while because it was summer. We probably did like weekends away.
Mm-hmm.
And then I studied abroad that fall.
Yep. And then COVID.
And then COVID hit, so we didn't really do anything. But that summer, we did go somewhere. We
Did
did
I?
go
Oh.
summer
okay.
of 2020. We went to Acadia,
Mm-hmm.
which was, my God. Oh, my God. The pictures, I loved. We need to go back
Oh yeah, definitely.
just because it's easy. Like, it's a 5-hour drive, but it's like, it's right there.
Mm-hmm.
It's the closest national park.
And if you live in the Mass area and New England area, it's a must. It's within driving distance, as you said, and there's
Literally
just no
gorgeous.
excuse to not go.
And we stayed in Southwest Harbor. So, like, most people stay in Bar Harbor is the other, like, big attraction there. But we stayed in Southwest Harbor, which I loved.
Very cute.
Our Airbnb is, you can actually, it was like a little loft on top of, like, this person's garage. In the top left picture is, like, our view from it. And they had, like, a path that went downtown, like, in their backyard.
But it was like through deep woods first.
Yeah. Like, it was like a path through, like, trekking through the woods.
Yeah, it was like 10-minute walk maybe.
If that, yeah. Right into downtown.
Mm-hmm. Small little downtown. Bar
It's
Harbor
just
is much more
gorgeous.
happening.
No,
South-
but Southwest Harbor is just,
It's quaint. It's cute.
it's awesome. One of
Mhm.
my customers I saw had a sweatshirt that was Southwest Harbor, and I was wearing my Southwest Harbor shirt.
Oh no way.
And I was like your sweatshirt. And she was like, oh, thanks. And then she noticed. And then she was like, I guess they go to like camp down there or something. And she was like, oh, it's just gorgeous. We have to go back every year. And I'm like, yeah, I need to go back.
Yeah, we definitely got to make another Acadia trip, no doubt.
It was just gorgeous. So many
Um,
hikes. We didn't even do half of them. There was so
No.
much. Beehive.
The first, because I'm not a big heights guy. That one on the bottom left was Beehive,
Mm-hmm.
and I was very, very scared going up it, but I have added one in Utah.
Yeah, now you could
I
do
don't
that,
wanna jump
no-
ahead, but
Now you could do that, no question. But
Right?
you were very scared. You were like, I don't think I can do it.
and it wasn't even that bad. Like I thought it was
No.
gonna be worse.
You like hike up some like there's like these metal like rods in the rocks, and you like use those. But like it wasn't. It was a short hike too. It was very short,
Mm-hmm.
and that part is probably the scariest. That picture where you looking over the ledge because it's like narrow,
Yep.
and there's a ton of people, so it's like kind of like you have to navigate through traffic type of thing, which just sucks. But
It's honestly the most dangerous part about it. It isn't even the trail itself; it's the people using it.
yeah,
Yeah, and especially when you got people going up and down.
that's the hard part.
Um,
But that sunrise though.
Oh, yeah.
my God. Do you remember waking up for that?
I do. We were really debating whether or not if we should do it. And we were,
Thank God we did. My God,
Oh,
it was
yeah.
gorgeous. I guess it's like one of the first points in like the U.S. that sees like the sunrise. It's like that, and then like some island in like
St. Croix.
oh, okay, yeah, you know it. I didn't know.
It's because Kurgo's a big St. Croix guy,
Oh, okay.
and that's like one of his favorite facts.
Yeah, I think that's the first one, and then this is like the second one. It was
Yep.
what's the name of the mountain?
Sea, begins with the sea.
Is it Cannon?
Cadillac?
Cadillac.
It is Cadillac,
Cadillac
right?
Mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was so fun. Remember the lighthouse too?
Mm-hmm. Lighthouse was right before we left. You're like, hey, let's go down.
Gorgeous.
Snap a pic.
So pretty. I know. I forgot about it. I kind of just added it in because I found it. I was like, oh, I need this.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was the best. But yeah, that was summer 2020. And we also had a few little mini like Vermont trips
Mm-hmm.
summer 2020 with our friends. It was like the first time that we could really hang out with our friends. But
Oh,
yeah,
okay, yeah.
we have two different trips here.
Merge two together.
Yeah, because they were both in Vermont, right? I think
Yes.
they were, yeah. So they were both in Vermont. And
Oh boy. Oh, that first one, Trav and Tyler. That's so funny.
that's truly just such a memorable house that we all got. It was just like a house with all of our friends, and it was just crazy.
There's like 20 of us. I love that picture of me and Joel.
With
Well,
the
both
hats,
of them,
yeah,
but the first one there.
yeah. So fun. It just so many things happened. It was so memorable. It was far away though.
It was.
My
Oh
God.
yeah, it was like 3 hours. Yeah.
Do you remember that car ride back?
Oh, it was horrid. I was on a 2-day hangover. It was the only 2-day hangover of my life. I didn't even know that was possible, but it was just totally
You
brutal.
were bad.
Still to this day, the drunkest I've ever been was the last night there.
Yeah, there's no way that you didn't believe me when I said you threw up.
I know.
You literally said no, I didn't.
Yeah, I
was
know.
just like you and Joelle had to back me up there.
And it wasn't like the morning after. It was like minutes after, wasn't it? Or like, I don't know, like an
yeah, I
hour
don't know.
after.
Yeah.
And that's the
crazy.
house that that's the house. Like when we think about all the times we went away together, we're like, that was the best time that
Which
we
is
had.
crazy because we've gone away a lot.
Oh yeah.
And you went away with your friends before you even knew me, like a couple
Mhm.
years. And those are pretty memorable houses for you all.
Oh yeah.
That's like what started Zomba,
Yep.
the boys.
Definitely.
Like that house.
Yep.
And this one is just unimaginable.
It was it. So fun.
Crazy.
And the one with
last bottom,
Allie,
too.
Eric, and Paige and Brian and Sam was there too.
Sam was there.
Dylan and Kyle.
Allie,
Just a wild crew. But it worked out so well. It's
Our
a
friends from
blast.
school. Yeah. It's just so funny.
Yeah.
Allie and Sam weren't even there the first night. They came the second night. So the first night was like just us,
Really?
Paige. Yeah, it was like just us,
Oh,
Paige,
okay.
Brian. I don't even know if Eric was there. He might have, but I don't think he was.
I think Eric was there
Eric
the first
might have,
night.
yeah. But
Yeah.
Allie and Sam came the second night. They weren't even there the
I
first
forgot
night.
about that.
Mm-hmm. Which was just, it was just so, also event. It was just so random little night.
Mm-hmm.
Fun.
That was 2020 as well.
Yeah, that was the same summer 2020.
Wow.
'Cause
We
remember
had
we
fun
all
that
got
summer.
COVID tested before we did the big one with
Well-
the Vermont one with all your friends. Everyone got COVID tested before.
Oh
we
yeah,
went.
that's right.
So
Yeah. And I was collecting unemployment and just loving life at that time. Just the
I wasn't, but I was working and also loving life a little bit.
the
I was
positives
pretty
of
lucky.
COVID times.
I was pretty lucky because I did get to work. I don't
Mhm.
think I know what I would have done if I didn't.
Were you full time?
Basically. I wasn't officially, but I was just like picking up shifts. Like we were so busy that I needed, like my boss texted me every day like, can you come in do this shift?
Mm.
We were just always busy.
Probably good to, keep your schedule a little bit busy during COVID because I was just
Yeah, I was very lucky. Very, very lucky.
napping twice a day.
I was very lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good times.
The summer
man.
we became alcoholics.
Seriously.
Good times. But yeah. Then we also went on a little bit of a no trip hiatus. I went back to school because it was my senior year.
Mhm.
So I mean, I was online the first semester, so we didn't really do much. And then the second semester, I went back to school in person. Then I went to Greece with my cousin, my mom,
Mhm.
my aunt. And then I think then we went to Utah that summer.
Yeah.
We have so
Wow.
many pictures from Utah that I did 2 parts.
Good.
There's just too many.
It
And
needs
I
to
didn't
be.
even include all of them because it's impossible. That
I
was such a
think,
fun trip.
I think I would call this the best trip we've done so far.
The best?
Quite stunning.
I think I don't know. I think it might be, but God, it's hard.
Yeah, so when I was talking about the hike in Acadia, how I was scared and whatnot, the third one was, and you can see it right below too, and the third one in the bottom row.
Yeah, the third top picture.
Yeah, it's
and the
called
third
Angel's
bottom.
Landing, and it's just the craziest shit ever. Just
That picture's crazy of you like scaling the rock.
right.
Like that's insane.
It conquered most of my fears of heights. I still am a little bit scared, but I know that I did that. I can
That's
really
one of my
do
favorite
any hike.
pictures of you pointing up. So nervous.
I know. It doesn't look like something you're supposed to climb.
It doesn't.
It's
I
pretty
loved
surreal.
it.
Huh?
I loved it. I had a
Oh,
great
it's
time.
great.
You really remember? Because the other thing about that one is it's also very narrow. So like, you are literally like there's a chain and like a single footpath, and like that's it. Like it's insane. Like parts of it are just so narrow.
And even more so with that than with Beehive. There was so many people going down, and like you had to step aside to let them go down quite often, and it just wasn't really fit
Both
for two
ways,
people
yeah.
to pass.
No,
Scary.
it's really bad. Well, now we lucked out because now remember when we went to Virginia and you needed like a pass for a certain hike?
Right, you need to
That's what
reserve
you
it
need for
months in
Angel's
advance.
Landing now. You need
Yeah.
to like reserve it a month in advance.
With
'Cause,
that,
like,
I understand
yeah,
completely.
for sure. Because I know when my dad went, they couldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Which I didn't include any pictures, but my grandparents also live in Utah, and we just got to see them, which was very nice.
Yep, they're like, what, 20, 30 minutes outside of Salt Lake City.
Yeah, if that.
And we spent a little bit of time downtown. It's just like the deadest downtown ever.
It's crazy. We went to a cute little bar, though, or a brewery.
Yeah,
whatever.
we did.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah, you can actually drink alcohol in Utah. I know some people
Yeah.
don't think it exists there, but...
Every time I tell people that my grandparents live in Utah, they ask me if they're Mormon.
Really?
Like, yeah, I'm like not even kidding. Like when I say my grandparents live in Utah, the first thing people ask me are they Mormon?
Well, we definitely came across a lot of Mormons while we were there.
And the Salt Flats,
Awesome.
which
I love
are
that picture.
more near Salt. So like Salt Lake City is northern Utah, and Angel's Landing, where we went, we didn't even explain, is in Zion National Park. It's like a southern Utah. So all like the national parks in Utah are like southern Utah. You have like Bryce, Arches, Zion.
That's definitely the big three.
There's another one that's near Bryce, or it's like a town, Moab. That's
Moab,
I think it's not a park, but it's a town.
Yeah.
It's like near Arches. But so we did the Salt Flats while we were up with my grandparents, which that bottom right picture is probably one of my favorite pictures to ever exist.
So cool. It's kind of a mind blower if you're looking at it. I literally just walked like, I don't know, 20, 30 feet past you, and you're like, holy shit, we got to take a picture of this. It looks so cool.
Well, at first I was taking pictures on my own while you were FaceTiming your mom, I think.
Yeah, that's
and
what it was.
And I was doing it on my own. I was like, wait, hold your hands up.
And it literally looks like you're on the moon. The road stops and you just continue driving onto it, and there's some cars out there, and there's some like speed racing and
Crazy.
yeah,
I
doing
heard
wild
they
shit.
film a lot of car commercials out there.
Yeah. And
But-
we licked the salt on the ground.
We did like
I
it.
remember it like burning a little bit.
Yeah, because
Probably shouldn't have done
definitely
that.
like filled with like people's feet and
All right.
tire marks, and who knows where the tires and feet have been.
Yeah,
also
true.
there.
True. Well, you
Yeah.
had to do it.
Yeah,
Especially
but
me because I love salt.
highly recommend Utah always, because there's just so much to do. We literally didn't even do like a fraction. Like we only went to Zion. That was only like, or no, we didn't. We went to Bryce also.
Mm-hmm. Just one night. Not even, we didn't stay a night, but we were up there for a couple hours during the night.
Yes. So Bryce, they're all about like 2 hours from each other. Like the parks, like they're pretty spread out. But Bryce Canyon, Zion is where we spent most of our time. But then like you're right on the border of Arizona. So we went to Arizona and we went to Page, Arizona, which we saw Horseshoe Bend, which I did not include a picture of now that I'm saying it, but Horseshoe Bend in Arizona. We did Antelope Canyon. Is that where we
Yes.
kayaked? Yeah, Antelope Canyon.
It looks like E.T. on the rocks, straight ahead.
It
Looks
does.
like we're going into E.T.'s mouth.
It does. It really does.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah. Well, so we went kayaking there. There's just so many things to do. Like if we had more time, we could have gone to the Grand Canyon.
Mm-hmm.
We could have gone to
Arches.
Moab. We could have gone to Arches.
Spent more time in Bryce.
More time. Yeah, exactly. We didn't even get to hike in Bryce because we just didn't have enough time. But we got in with our Parks Pass. So.
And what was the name of the place we went swimming at? Sand
Oh,
something.
the state park.
Yeah. Sand Hollow.
Sand Hollow, yes.
You weren't going to remember that.
No, I was not.
That was, I think, low-key my favorite part.
We went
picture
there
of me diving in the water.
twice.
So cool.
Remember we went like 2 days in a row because we just
did.
loved it
It's
so
just
much.
so awesome.
Just to go swimming.
And the water was super warm, too. It was like 80 degrees. And
Oh, it was gorgeous.
it was like you're swimming on Mars. With
Yeah.
all the red rocks around you.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah.
And we saw the Mormons swimming.
In full clothing. Jeans.
Yeah.
Jeans and dress shirts jumping in the water. It was crazy.
And hiking, too. That top third picture in.
That was in Arizona as well, wasn't it?
It was in Arizona.
Yeah.
Before we went to that little bar and met the guy with the Bible.
Yeah, that guy was out of his mind.
Yeah.
What was the name of that bar? Edge of the World?
Edge of the
something like that.
World. Because it's like right on the border of
Yeah.
Arizona and Utah.
It was just middle of nowhere.
And Arizona is one of the ones that doesn't do daylight savings. So technically it was like an hour behind also.
Right.
So all of our times were off too. Like our GPS times was like, oh, you'll get there like at 4:30. But it was like, but we started at before. I don't know. It was always off because of the daylight savings thing.
Yeah, I think that was the best trip we've ever done.
Oh, and the best
the
hike.
Narrows, yeah.
The Narrows. My God.
Very unique experience. Basically a hike through a river, essentially.
Yeah. You have to get like special shoes. You don't have to, but they recommend you. You get special shoes. You get like a stick. You do the whole walking thing.
And the water like looks kind of dirty. I think
gross.
it is dirty. But
do you know how when we went it was like kind of clear.
Right.
When my dad went with like my siblings, Tina swam in it. She went underwater.
Yeah, I don't think I do. Well, I did kind of go underwater because I fell. But
No, but she like swam, and it was gross. Like you couldn't see anything. Like it was gross, more gross than when we went.
Still worth it regardless. I mean, it's a very unique experience because, like I said, you're hiking through water.
Yeah.
You're not on a trail. You're going through a river.
And you have to like go on top of the rocks, and some of the rocks are loose and slippery. You can't see the rocks because you can't see through the water. But yeah, that was fun. So I highly recommend going to Utah, any part, but mostly Zion.
Utah was awesome.
Yeah.
Best trip yet for us, I think.
Yeah, I think I would stand by that. That is the best. And then that same year, we went to Vegas for my birthday. I think these are the only pictures I'm allowed to show.
We were here for 2 nights. It should have been 3. We got stuck in Texas.
Yeah, we don't have to talk about that.
Why?
I mean, no, we do. I mean, it was crucial to the trip. But we literally got put on standby for 4 different flights.
So it was a connecting flight in Dallas, and man, we ended up at a Red Roof Inn in Dallas, Texas that night, and with nothing in our stomachs and drinking 4 Locos in an empty parking lot.
It was so bad.
In Texas, yeah.
Basically, I have a tattoo that represents that experience that says standby on my hip because we got absolutely screwed out of our minds.
Texas was more eventful than Vegas. It was like 115 degrees in Vegas
we didn't
each
do
day we were
anything.
there.
We didn't do anything. when
No.
we were there. We did absolutely nothing. All we did was spend $90 on drinks. That's what we did in Vegas. We spent $90 on 2 drinks.
Yeah, didn't do much gambling. It was too hot to just go out and walk around a lot. So
My dad told me to put money down for like a horse race, and he like sent me this whole elaborate message on how to bet on the horses and all this stuff, and I was like,
while we were in Vegas?
Yes.
Oh, that's
Remember we
crazy.
tried to find the sports betting in Caesar's Palace, and we were like,
Oh,
we just
yeah.
got too. We were like, we can't do this.
Right.
So then I didn't. My dad goes, well, good thing the horses didn't win, because he literally Venmoed me like $100
Jesus
on
Christ,
the horses,
wow.
and then I didn't do it.
Dude,
So
imagine now that I have found a love for betting. If I was there now, I'd just
now
go
we would,
crazy.
yeah.
God.
Agreed.
Oh yeah.
We should go back to Vegas.
Yeah, definitely.
We didn't really do anything there, to be honest.
Got to
We
go
should
at
go
a
back.
cooler time of year.
We should, yeah. I'm kind of jumping ahead a little, but that next spring we went to Pittsburgh, but we also went to Pittsburgh again recently, so I included them both in the same little slide here. But Pittsburgh,
And pretty similar experiences with friends and just with us too. We drank a lot. We went to a baseball game,
saw some sights,
saw some sights.
and that's about it.
Yeah, the only difference was we saw Pitt play football, which
When
is
we
really
went the
cool.
second time, yeah. which is great.
Yeah, we talked about Pittsburgh on our first episode. Just underrated city, really cool.
I highly recommend everyone go.
Oh yeah, for 3 days, it's a very underrated, pretty city.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Highly recommend.
Yes.
With the best baseball stadium.
Yeah, for sure.
in
Oh
the
my
world.
God. Like, come on, look at that picture. That's just gorgeous.
Oh, it's the best.
It's gorgeous. Can't beat that.
Yeah, we love Pittsburgh. I call it my second city.
Yeah. You know,
Look at me and Joel. That night was insane.
everyone in their underwear. Funny. Poor Aaron and Nick were trying to sleep.
Imagine how loud. Oh my God.
Yeah. God, poor things. Then we went to Chicago. We love Chicago.
Chicago's awesome.
I love Chicago.
That was this past March, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I did jump ahead a little, I think, but that's okay.
What'd you skip? Oh.
I skipped New York, but we're getting to New York.
Mm.
But yeah, oh my God, Chicago. I've no bad things to say about Chicago.
No, me neither. Just very nice big city. Usually with big cities, you can, kind of think it's a little gross in spots, and it probably is on the south side. We didn't go down there, but everything that we experienced was just clean and just
It was
beautiful.
just gorgeous. I was like just in awe. It was just so perfect. It wasn't like overwhelming like New York. It wasn't like
Right.
it just reminded me of like a bigger vibe of Boston, like
Mm-hmm.
I
And
know,
we were
and
there a little after St. Patrick's Day, and as you can see in one of those pictures at the bottom, they dyed the river green.
but it was still green. It was
Yeah,
like the week
super
after
cool.
or something.
Yep, and the bean. Love the bean.
I thought the bean was gonna be overrated, but I love the bean.
No, yeah, I
It
did
was
too.
so
I did
awesome.
too. We're like, it's just a bean. How good can it be?
Oh, it was amazing. I could have stared at it forever. It was so cool.
And the pizza, the deep dish.
Oh.
Giordano's is better than Luminati's. I think that's an unpopular opinion, but I don't see how.
No,
was
it's
miles
not
better.
even close. Not even close.
No, Giordano's much
Way
better.
better. Way better. But yeah, just the skyline. Like, there's just so much to do. Like, we didn't even see like a show or anything while we were there. Like, we could have done so much.
And I'm not a big architect guy at all, but I'm not really super into architecture. But it's noticeable in Chicago how cool the buildings are
It's crazy.
and just how they're set up.
If you
And
love
it's a very unique
architecture-
skyline.
If you love architecture, you should go to Chicago.
Oh yeah, have a field day there.
Amazing. But yeah. Oh, I love Chicago. Oh.
Another place that would probably go to again in the future.
To go to a game, a baseball game.
Yeah, at Wrigley. Yeah.
Oh, so cool.
And it's like the flights there are not usually expensive. It's relatively quick to get there. It's just so worth.
Yeah, agreed. For sure. Jumping back a little bit, our New York road trip that we did 2 summers ago, or was that last year? Last summer. It was
Yep,
last summer.
Last summer.
Yeah. First we did it was a 2-part trip. So we had one part where we went to Burlington, Vermont with your family, with Justin's family, and we stayed there for a couple days, and then we took a little road trip from Burlington, Vermont to Finger Lakes, New York. So we made a couple pit stops on the way. Like, we went to Lake Placid. We went to, is it Lorraine? Lorraine,
Yes.
New York?
Lorraine, New York. Middle of nowhere.
Yeah, so these are from the from the boat trip in Burlington, and then also from our road trip. So the two on the right are Lake Placid, where we stayed in Lake Placid, our beautiful little cabin with no electricity, where we almost died.
And there's also no bedding, which was in the listing on Airbnb. I just didn't see it for whatever reason, so we showed up with nothing.
We
And
had
we
no
slept
pillows.
on a bare bed.
It was hot, so I didn't need bedding. I just wanted a pillow.
Yeah, true.
And we may or may not have been approached by a bear or a human to our cabin.
Yeah, in the very early hours of the morning when it was still dark out, there was footsteps around there. And just imagine being in that little tiny cabin, no anything, nothing,
Not even a pillow.
petrified.
Yeah, so always read the description on Airbnb and do not pick a place with no electricity.
Yeah.
I mean, we were near a main road.
I mean, yeah, we were. And
But
that place got like a million 5-star reviews. I didn't really see anyone complain about it.
well, yeah, it was just crazy. But
New
Lake
York's
Placid
just-
was gorgeous.
New York is just such a diverse state. You really only think about New York City, but just upstate's got some really cool things.
Yeah, and there's way more that we haven't even seen. Like, Lake Placid was gorgeous, but then there's like, what am I thinking of? There's like, I lost my train of thought. I was thinking of a place in New York that we didn't go to that is there and is famous, but I can't.
Niagara Falls.
Yeah, Niagara Falls, Buffalo, Syracuse, like so
Yeah.
many little city towns.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. Love New York.
Yep, that was a great one.
But the main event of New York was not Lake Placid, Finger Lakes, which is where we did all of our winery tours, where we did our little hikes. It was just gorgeous. We had so much wine.
And those little rock waterfall-ish structures that you see is called Watkins Glen, and it's a very interesting, unique state park. I don't know what
think
to
it's a state
classify it
park.
as. It's like literally off a main ass road. So you're in the downtown of Watkins Glen, and you just like a little bit down the road, you see this building thing where in the back of it, you just kind of walk out, and then it's just total wilderness that looks like that. You would never even guess that
It's crazy.
it exists behind
And
there.
it's a very long, like, like you go down this, like, long path to, like, go all through these waterfalls. And it's, like, there's a lot back there, and it just keeps going. And it's all waterfalls. They're all gorgeous.
Yeah, and if you like wine, it's a must. And we drank so much wine that we kind of got burnt out with it.
Well, because we
For a
planned it all
while.
in one day. And we went to, I think, we went to, like, four or five wineries in one day. And there's, like, literally a million. Like, I had a hard time picking which ones to go to.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, and this is also just on one of the Finger Lakes. So we stayed in Seneca Lake, which is, like, one of the bigger ones. And you can stay, like, we drove basically the border of the whole lake. We went to, like, two on one side, and then two wineries on one side, three on the other. But, like, you can stay at the top of the lake. We stayed at the bottom in Watkins Glen. But there's also, like, 12 other lakes where we did, like, other hikes and stuff, too. Like,
We
there's just
swam
so
in one,
much.
too. A little bit.
What?
Kind of put our feet in.
Yes, we did. Yeah, we did go a little swimming. But, yeah,
Oh,
just...
no, we did go all the way in at Watkins Glen.
Yeah, we...
With the
Did we go?
sunset.
I didn't go on. We didn't go under. We like went in.
waist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my God, it was gorgeous. I could not recommend this as a vacation to anymore. It's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. Okay, yeah, and then in between we did a bunch of little mini trips, which we like to do to like keep ourselves busy and have things to look forward to. Which included us having our favorite pizza ever
Yeah.
imaginable, and the only good thing about Connecticut, in my opinion.
Seriously. I would agree with that. And it's called Sally's. We waited for like 2 hours in line.
In New Haven, Connecticut. Sally's.
Yeah, and I've honestly never been as hungry in my life, but it was worth it. As soon as I took the first bite, eyes
were, like,
went
in
open
heaven.
wide, and I was like, "Holy shit, this
Yeah.
is legit."
Yeah, it's so good. And there's one opening up in Woburn, so we have to put to the test because this is like the original Sally's. There's a couple other chains like in Connecticut,
Mhm.
but my God, it was so good. I don't know if it's because we just waited for 2 hours, and we were so hungry that's why
It was good.
it was amazing. It was so good.
Best I've ever had, still hands down.
The only good thing about Connecticut is Sally's.
Mm-hmm.
And then our another Vermont trip, Brattleboro, which we kind of talked about here before, but Brattleboro, Vermont is a gorgeous little tiny town that's only like an hour and a half away from here. So
And
I highly
the picture on the
recommend it.
right's called Whetstone Brewery, which we mentioned in the first episode. Just really cool back porch overlooking the bridge and some
And it's
rolling hills on a river.
doesn't the border of Vermont and New Hampshire go through
Yes.
the brewery?
Yes.
There's like a line, or there used to be a line that like showed it like in the restaurant.
Yeah.
part.
And I think like once you get onto the porch, you're in New Hampshire. Once you go inside, you're in Vermont, something
It's
like
gorgeous. So pretty.
that. Yeah, it's really cool.
Did a little hike in New Hampshire there,
And we were only there for one night.
That's all you need.
In both places.
They were so tiny, like
Mhm.
little tiny fun things. So yeah,
And-
those were the mini trips that we've done.
And this is the last one, I assume?
Yes, last but not least. I'm sorry we're rambling, but there's just so many cool things that we do.
Yeah, longest episode yet.
Uh-oh. But yeah,
What?
Virginia. We went to, this was our most recent trip that we went to Richmond, Virginia, and we went to Shenandoah, which, as you can see, there's no I don't know what I'm trying to say. There was
No
a lot
what?
of sunset pictures, lots of views.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you would, Virginia is just like not a state that you associate with Well, no, I guess you do. Like just cool things to see, and it kind of took me by surprise a little bit.
Agreed.
It's similar to I haven't been to the Smoky Mountains, but I assume it's kind of what it's like. And you see in those sunset pictures, it's just like
It goes on
smoky rolling
forever.
mountains.
It goes on forever. I'm assuming it's like a smaller version of the Smoky Mountains. Like
Yeah.
a little bit more tight knit. Like it's just one road basically. The whole park is one road that you just drive down. And then there's like little drop offs where you can find like hikes and like viewpoints and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And there we went to we went to a winery out there. We went to a brewery for dinner, which you can see all the little beers that we had. The Flight, which is one of everything basically.
Mm-hmm.
Adorable
cool.
little brewery with like cornhole and all that.
And as I mentioned in the first episode, my background is the bottom
It
second
is.
picture. I think that's one of the best pictures I've ever taken.
It's gorgeous.
It's called Bear Trap Hill, something like that. Bear Trap.
Bear something.
Yeah, it's Bear Trap, I think.
The only 360 view in the whole
Yeah,
park.
no matter you turn behind you, you just see mountains, hills forever. Turn the other way, mountains, hills forever. It's such a cool viewpoint.
It's amazing. We love Virginia.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all we've done way more than that, but that's kind of a little tidbit of anything that we've done. And so it's, I recommend every single place that we've gone. I don't think we've ever gone a place that I'm like, that's enough.
Yeah, no, I agree. And a lot more to come.
Sure. Yeah, exactly. I mean, if anyone has any recommendations, please let us know.
Drop in the comments.
Yeah, please. I will go anywhere. Literally anywhere. I don't think there's any place that I would not go.
I need to get out of the U.S., which I've only gone to Canada and
Really?
Cayman Islands. Yeah, I mean, it's getting to the point where I'm like ready to do it. I was a little scared to just be in a foreign country like that, but I just got to get over it.
I've been to a few of them. I can show you the ropes.
I do trust if I were to go with anybody, it would be you.
Once you do it once, then you're addicted.
Yeah, I guess we'll see.
We'll get there.
Sorry I wasn't as vocal in that segment. I'm like running out of gas.
It's okay. I think you were pretty vocal.
Thank you.
I'm sorry that there was too many. We had too many pictures.
No, I know we did.
I couldn't leave any of them out. So
Yeah.
I guess people can skip past that if they wanted to also. But I thought that was a pretty exciting
Oh yeah,
exciting
awesome.
segment.
Uh,
Worthwhile.
yeah, everything that we've done together has been great, and we love traveling, and
We're not going to stop.
not going to stop.
Gotta
And
have
we'll be
something to look
updating
forward
on-
to.
Yeah, when new trips come up, we will definitely share them on here.
Oh, yeah.
We're going away for a night, on a Halloween night up in New Hampshire, and we will definitely share what we do. I'm not going to go into detail about it right now, but after the fact,
We'll
we
have a
will.
spooky episode about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I'm hoping someday, I haven't started it yet, but you can keep your eyes out in the future that I want to start a little blog of my own. I already have one kind of started from one of my classes that I took back in school, but I definitely want to do a travel type of blog. So if anyone has any ideas, tips, has one that they want to recommend to me that I can read, I will also read any travel blog. I love it. So
Great.
yeah, we love to travel. That's us.
Looking forward to you doing that. I think you do good
I will.
at it.
I'll plug it for sure. I just have to do it. I have to get up and do it.
Alrighty, similar to last time, we got a movie to catch. Gonna see a horror movie again. Just rolling the horror movies during October, trying to fit them all
Spooky
in.
season.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
I might fall asleep. I am dead right now.
No, we'll get our energy back up.
I hope so.
We will.
Once I stand up and move around, I'm sure. Yeah.
Do you have any closing thoughts?
No. Thanks for listening again. Thanks for all the support. We delivered you a good episode, I'd say. I hope you guys all enjoy it.
I hope we didn't bore everyone.
Huh?
I hope we didn't bore everyone.
Yeah, I hope not.
That'd be crazy.
Well, people can just pick and choose what they want to listen to.
Yeah.
So.
I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah, me too. We have fun up here. We enjoy making the pod. And as I said from the jump, if only 2 people listen, I don't give a damn. We're having fun. So.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
yeah, that's
respect.
about it.
Thank you for listening.
Anything else from you?
No, just keep doing what you love. Keep your head up. You got this. We're all doing great. We're doing our best.
Mm-hmm. And smile. It's October.
Yeah, the best month.
Alrighty. Thank you guys. Not just sports.